And yes, welcome back there. You may have noticed a pause in the action there. That is for the YouTube audience. I did just take that one part where I was talking earlier and just cut it into a separate recording so that we can just focus purely on the game here. Alright, so with that said, I do need to get rid of that music here. One moment. There was a lot going on in there right now, so yes, very nice. Alright, so they're in the process of the login here. There we go. Yeah, once we're into a race, I'll get back to what I was saying here. Oh, we got some DLC. We've got... Oh yeah, I'd gotten that from the Sega giveaway. Right. At last! The festival is about to begin. It's a thrilling event where teams will race with a variety of different rules. It's like Splatfest! This time we have the Hatsune Miku Festival, only available for a limited time. Anyone who participates will earn special prizes. Ongoing until October. Well, that's today. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I was worried. Yeah, I just realized that. My thing had elapsed. Well, this festival won't be happening, but that's okay. I was planning to do offline races. I'd forgotten that that was even a thing that was happening. But yeah, fitting that they open with a Miku festival, since she definitely got everyone hyped up to play this game. Yeah, let's run some Grand Prix. Got our group. I want to try some other acceleration characters. I know I've done Tails. I've used Wave. Zazz. Charmy. The Egg Pawn. Sage. I tried with Sage already. Let's run Zazz. See how this goes. Okay. Alright. Now let's start here. Yeah, we'll do the air tricks. Okay, so, yeah, as we were just saying, like I said, I won't be focused too closely on this one. It's more just background. But, so the new seasons got started and some of the old seasons are wrapping up. For those who do not have not heard before,
Are you even qualified to drive? You should be allowed outside without supervision, let alone behind the wheel. You big brains make things too complicated. Drive fast, finish first. It's simple, genius.
I always did find it wild that Zavok and Zazz were the breakouts from that group. They had an interesting group of people there. But yeah, I do follow some anime series. The biggest thing I can say about them is my process is very different than others, I would say, because for me, I will wait for the English version if it's going to be available. So that does mean I will end up a couple weeks behind. So whole events will happen in the show, which does make it a pain on YouTube because I have to just avoid it at all costs. But there we go. Yeah, one of the ones right now is Spy Family. I was very excited to see how Spy Family season will go, but I have to wait 2 weeks because the first episode in English won't be out until when they release episode 3. Now, I'm wondering if that's the result of actual crunch, or because if you've been doing the work, like, and the thing's been finished for a while, there's no reason why a dubbing crew should have to be waiting around for your stuff. Like, I don't know what exactly was the is the holdup there. There we go. Nice. We get a speed boost out of that one. Ooh, 1 second there. Alright. This gives me a defensive shield. That could be an option here. There we go. Ended up third. But at least gives me a decent chance to compete. Sonic and Eggman are going to be doing, looks like, as well, so that'll make things interesting. But yeah, so yeah, I know Spy Family will be fun once it comes out. There's a few other ones. I've been enjoying these weird premises where they write just really long sentences as their titles. The one that intrigues me this time around is May I Ask One Final Thing, which is basically, from the looks of it, it looks like they basically took Edelgard and Dimitri and decided, let's give them a less destructive dynamic. Though I could be very wrong on that. I've only... At this point, I was wondering if it might be something that would be fun to put on here as I watch through it. So I watched about half the first episode because they actually did a simul release with the English version, and so episodes 1 and 2 were out together. And about halfway into the episode, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna stick with this one. So yeah, we might go back in. I'll finish the episode with y'all, and episode 2 we'll watch together since they're already there. And yeah, we'll just plan it out from there. The past season, the one that I was following mainly was season 2 of My Dress Up Darling, which, for those who don't know, there actually is a VTuber doing the lead female voice. That would be Amanda Lee, known as Monarch. And anyone who's seen her streams knows that the Monarch persona is basically an amped up, chaotic version of Maureen, which she's already chaotic as is. So, makes for some good, TV. Just really high chaos character, but also very earnest. Gojo is the lead guy. He's one who has a passion for making Japanese Hina dolls, so like the traditional, like those traditional dolls. They are, and he's had trouble finding friends since that's been kind of his obsession, and he kind of sees a stigma in being into dolls, but that's mostly due to just a experience he had with his friend. And it's a completed story now, so that's been the thing that's kind of had me excited, because like we're in season 2, but the story is nearly done. Like, based on what's left in terms of the adaptation, there's one major arc left. And it would take a considerable amount of time in the season. Like, it would probably, on its own, take about 7 or 8 episodes. Ooh, did I just glitch that? Ooh, that's awesome. I was able to launch myself ahead of almost everybody with that. But yeah, after that one, the only thing that's really left in the show is just the wrap-up. Like, seeing the backlash to how good the cosplay is, and then wrapping up the whole shipping that's going on, that's been in place for a while. Yeah, definitely got sidetracked. There was not paying too close attention. I ended up letting a lot of people through that I probably could have passed. But yeah, with that season, it was a really solid run-up this year. But yeah, as I figured, they were going to cut off after the 7th major cosplay they did, which was the... I'm calling it like Church Doki Doki, because it was basically one of those very meta games that play with the save files, so it reminds me a lot of Doki Doki. And so they ran through that. Season 2 wraps with it. And then when you get to season 3, I figure it would be the final cosplay, and then just wrapping up the story. But there's no guarantee of season 3 coming out. It doesn't look like it was mentioned in the credits, which is concerning, because they did this thing where it could have been a wrap-up. I'm not going to go into the details on it in case anyone's interested, since it just barely released the last episode. But yeah, you figure... Yeah, that was going to be... that they might have been accelerating it, but yeah, they just stopped off and didn't do it. Which... So there's no confession, but it implies that it's going to happen sooner or later. So it feels like it's in a spot where they could end it if they don't get renewed, but... I mean, that's the big issue with the... Japanese animation industry, where it's like, if the actual comic series is over, there's really nothing to justify making it other than fan demand. So if you're enjoying something but there wasn't a large enough audience, it ain't coming. Like, you ain't getting that last those couple seasons that you wanted. So yeah, it's one of those ones where I'm hoping people were really into it. It did seem like my dress-up dog was doing really well. Ooh, thought I had him there. Instead, I'm the one who loses the coins, the rings. Ooh. Let's go straight off that thing. We're in frenzy. Oh man, I just went completely off as I was like trying to rally my thoughts, and now it's like, oh yeah, we are so far back. Yeah, not paying attention in that second lap was definitely detrimental to me. Well, let's see if I can earn a position back here. Get something out of this. And the answer is no. I am going to be very far behind here. Ooh, that was ugly. Easily the worst race that's ever been on there. Like, yeah. Yeah, first time I've really had to try to do, like, gathering thoughts on there. So, yeah, that is definitely a challenge. You can go very wrong if you're, like, only halfway into your mind. I just got an accomplishment. I'm assuming it had to do with the fact that I got completely wrecked and finished last. I don't think I've had a last place finish, so cool. That's an accomplishment. Alright, so looking on otherwise. But yeah, I would definitely be concerned, but since it was popular, I think they're still going to do a third season. It's going to be something they have to consider, but when you're that close, you got to greenlight one more thing. Even if you end up just doing it as a movie and rushing it, like, it'd be one of those ones where you actually are leaving a little bit on the table, so yeah.
Give up now and save yourself the humiliation.
I mean, I could, but I do want to run this race. So no, we will not save ourselves the humiliation. Alright, get a boost to start. Alright, wait till I land, and yeah. Ooh, a lot of boost to start. There we go. Getting a lot of rings out of this. I should be able to hit 100. Yep. There we go. There we go. Now we're doing well. I've got the shield, because there's no reason I need to go faster. It's now trying to protect my own interest. But I do think using all three tracks as your last thing is a really brilliant idea. This has been a battle between the two of us. This is great. Just one after the other. I'm gonna go actually low this time. See what happens. Apparently, I'm joined by him.
Oh, this is impossible.
Uh-oh, losing ground.
Get back in line.
There we go, knocked him out of the way. Who hit me? Oh, well, I got one of them out of there. Ooh. Did I catch him? Nope. Woo!
Yeah, well, I wasn't really trying.
Wild race. But yeah, when I was actually paying attention, that was a much more competitive one.
If at first you don't succeed, give up and submit.
And we do get another race unlocked. Alright, cool. Now we got the gold plate. So we'll go into the gadgets. So yeah, that was really good season. Like I said, hopefully we'll get the final one from there. Moving on to this season, like I said, Spy Family, very excited. And that series looks like it's going for a good little bit, though. I'm hoping we're reaching the actual climax. A lot of people don't actually realize this, but climaxes in stories are supposed to happen just slightly past the middle. Like, it's the turning point where it's not the big emotional low thing, like the big showdown. It's the point where you go from we're explaining it to now we know what's going to happen and we're careening to the big crash out. So, like, looking at it, yeah, I'm trying to think. So the big climax in, like, if you were looking at, like, say, Rocky 3, the climax is after you've already established all the motives. So, in Rocky 3, it would be probably around the time where you've either entered into LA. Yeah, it's usually around the time where him and Apollo agree. That's the big moment, and that's still, like, that one's kind of towards the first half. In terms of the Rocky movies, usually it is when they actually start the training, because now you've entered into the thing that's actually the focus. So, like, Rocky committing to go to Russia is the big one. Like, and that's the one that's the conversation everyone sticks with. That whole conversation in that press conference where the stakes are finally set. You know what it's worth now. And that's really the thing that everything, like, was building up to, because now you've got, you know where you are in the story. Like, you know what's happening, and everything is now careening towards it. The end of the falling action is what people usually can treat as the quote-unquote climax, but that's not because it's the emotional high point. It's because it's literally the crash. That's where everything happens. Like, if you were to look at a race, the turning point of a race is not at the end of it. That's just the big, the one where you cross the finish line, the moment where everyone crashes into each other. The moment is set well ahead of time. Yeah, let's look at this this gold thing. Extended slips, so slipstreams occur more often. Tricks, collision boost. Ooh, all these look good. I like this one. There we go. Quick charge. I would also use... I just messed something up there. Alright, well, let's see what Charmy is. The only other acceleration racer I haven't used. Never been a huge Charmy fan, but... yeah, we're not reducing the...
I will observe.
To me, it's more interesting to see them go head-to-head. So yeah, this one, very good. What I am going to do before we start this race is I am going to stop the thing here. So everyone in YouTube, you'll just notice the pause here. I will see you all next time.